That's live now. Thank
Oh,
you, everybody,
oh,
for watching.
shit.
What's up, Alphas? I know you Alphas
Oh,
are
we
looking
back.
cute, looking clean, looking sexy like your boy La Alpha. I hope all of you for a second can quickly in the comments give your boy, I know we late. Please still do it anyway. Oh, what's that? Oh, boys, episode
We back, dog.
7, season 3. Um, a lot of surprises, a lot of shocking. We learned a lot of character development. We learned a lot of information.
Episode 7.
Yes. Let's go over some of the we learned. Let's go over some unimportant stuff real quick. Frenchie and Kimiko is on the show, aka in the show called The Female, on the comic book, but she's Kimiko. She has a name. And apparently they have this storyline. They come back to Starlight and Mother's Milk, which is still a weird name, but in the comic book it makes more sense. But
It makes way much more sense, even though it's still like the boys.
Yeah, it makes more. On the comic book, it makes way more sense. But they apparently she getting her power back with a shot. So Kimiko is back. She said Compound V doesn't make them, which has been an emphasis on the show. I say every week, Compound V doesn't make you a bad guy. It just allows bad people to do bad things.
Yeah.
So they have that storyline going. What you think about Kimiko getting her power back? And Frenchie, kind of like, hey, I kind of want powers too because I was useless when they were beating you up there, and I would just sit there and watch because I had no ability to protect you.
She has like glimpses of it, or it's like we saw last episode, like she has like sparks of it, or it's one of those things where it's like, I just been killing people for so long, I just know how to do it.
Yeah,
I think
she just know how to do it because she got her power back toward the end of the episode.
Okay.
So that's one of the lesser storylines in this episode, but still a big storyline, a big character development part. Also, small storyline that barely showed up in the show. A-Train got a heart transplant.
Okay, hold on. Let me can I have the mic for a second?
You got it, boss.
My goodness. What? So we saw what happened last episode. All right, cool. He gets his revenge, and then Zelma, you said, yeah, he's dead. You said that last week on the last recap episode, and I was like, is he? Like,
the Mussolini dog, the Mussolini kid, anybody.
But he did live because they took what great thinking. Shout out to the head of Vault. That's, you know, her name. Was it Baker? Last name Baker, something like that.
Irrelevant girl.
Irrelevant girl that's in the middle of everything. But that was one quick thinking. It was like, does his heart work? Put in an A-Train. Now A-Train forever owes us. So get your black ass out there. Start talking stuff about Starlight. And we're going to make a movie. And Tom Hanks going to be your coach, not your black ass brother.
He said he's not doing that one. Shout out for that. He like, I did Starlight. I have no problem dissing Starlight. I don't even like her. But he like,
it's not like Starlight. It's cool.
But he was like, oh, but your brother told me I'm not doing that. And he kept saying she didn't care what he was saying. Like, oh yeah, you gonna do it.
Get well, A-Train. And we're gonna put you back in your regular outfit. Get out that African garb, that Wakanda stuff. I mean, man, A-Train just got grabbed by the balls just like that because they put it. Now he has the heart of dude. I guess
a racist.
He has the heart of a racist now. Who knows what else they did to him? You know what I'm saying? Like, A-Train is in a bad situation. Like, this dude has the worst storyline of all time. Not from a writing standpoint, but like the things he's going through. Like, I'm a cocky, arrogant guy that does shady stuff. I'm black. And then I get treated bad. And like, and then when I'm useless, they really don't care about me.
How do you feel about the story they came up with that Soldier Boy murdered both of them? Even though for some reason they won't announce to the public Soldier Boy happened. Even though I think she's trying to, but Homelander like, nah, fam, I still see him in my nightmares, which we're gonna get to at the end of the show because it's a big spoiler in that one at the end of the show.
My notes are like crazy because I did my notes scene by scene actually because it was so much craziness going on. Like, where are we at here? Where are we at in the Soldier Boy? Soldier Boy bangs these old chicks, okay?
Yeah.
He bangs chicks his age. His like actual real age. Like, he doesn't age, but he's I mean, we watched.
He called it vintage.
It was pretty vintage he has very vintage taste.
Now he
sure.
can't fire them. They got to be here forever because Soldier Boy.
Then we have two people in the show that are talking all this old timey jargon and that we don't know about. So, like, his producer from back in the day is saying all this stuff. Yeah, that reminds me of the such and such back in the Reno casinos. Who? And Huey is in perpetual confusion at this point. He has no idea what anybody's talking about. He just like, you know what? I get invisible and I teleport and I get naked. So
yeah, and we find out they're looking for mind control, which goes into the story later on, where we find out a lot about Butcher, and we find out if Butcher is a good guy or a bad guy.
We don't know.
Oh yeah,
what is this?
We kind of found out then, but which we will go over at the end. But we talked about Kimiko, Frenchie. Mother's Milk is probably the next one.
Okay. Stepdad doing stepdaddy things.
His stepdad is like a Trump supporter, which still confuses me because I'm like, wasn't Homelander trying to kidnap your wife in the first season? Did we just forget that? Did Vault take that memory? Am I confused?
I'm like Mother's Milk. Man, y'all got a fucked up situation.
I think they did take their memory. I'm trying to remember the last episode of season 1. But I'm like, did they take your memory because you got kidnapped? And you were like, kill Homelander. That's what you told him. It's season 1. And now you like, your husband is like so pro Homelander and your daughter's like, I'm like, weren't they trying to kill her too? Like, I'm confused, but I think they might have did something to make her forget.
Fuck it.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please, because I'm trying to remember. But I remember that Homelander trying to kill them. And they had to hide in a tunnel.
We're all about retcon because this show is 100% not following the comics. So,
which some of it I like and some of it I don't.
Yeah.
I like the fact that everybody got different powers. Because in the comic book, everybody's super strong and super fast. And then they got some random power to go with it. Except for Homelander and Black Noir is way stronger and faster than everybody else.
Do we need to get into that? They nerfed Black Noir. Or do you want to save that for later?
Let's go. That's an important part for later because that goes toward the end too. Starlight continually outsmarting Homelander.
Got him.
First off, for everybody that don't know, Vault put out a tweet, which I thought was
they did put out a tweet. My uncle of mine, the one who disproved my Iron Man is important theory. He actually sent me that tweet and I was like, Vault has a new follower. I'm following this shit. They are funny as hell. That was a good one. But it was basically a disclaimer about that was their press release about what happened with the whole Homelander and Herogasm thing.
That was highly intelligent. I'm like, this is actually being active with your show. Hey, let's make a Vault account. Get it verified because you're rich.
The whole show is meta too, just like P-Valley is. Like everything that's going on in real world, they just kind of like adding that into the story, so love it.
Yeah, we can also talk about how all the racists are mad because they realize Homelander is like a psychopath, crazy person. And I'm like,
takes one to know one.
And I'm like, he support everything we support. Why is he the villain? I'm like, maybe you gotta, like I said, always check yourself, right? One thing in life I always do, just a quick side note, I always check myself for hypocrisy, right? If I don't want things forced on me, do I force the thing I believe in other people? I always consider that. Why? Because a lot of things I want to happen would be forced among a lot of people. Like, I would love prayer in school, but everybody ain't a Christian. So am I not forcing that on people who are not Christian? Because it's my belief? That's an interesting thought I had. But this show does a lot of that, as Joe said. She outsmarted Homelander. She had a recording in which he basically admitted to killing her ex-boyfriend.
And locking Maeve up.
Yeah, he basically admitted that. She's like, thank you for my 193 million followers. Which is like beyond the Kardashian level. I'm like, Jesus, you. Anna January is very popular. She did have 2 million people in her live, which I like. Instagram would not work if you had 2 million people in your live.
Oh my God. I mean, we had Tory Lanez at one point breaking the internet and he wasn't getting there.
He would get like 250K.
Yeah.
And it was not working. So I'm like, you got 5 million people in the live. Instagram shutting down. But he's tricked them into saying, he like, Starlight, you don't supposed to go blur lines on TV, which basically got people panicking. He called the CEO and she was like, "Why did you say that in front of her?" And he's threatening Huey again, which I don't think she's as worried because she sees fear on him, just like Maeve saw it. For the first time,
Maeve
I see you
saw that.
scared, which is important to Maeve too. We're gonna just go over that quickly because it was just a quick point. Maeve basically said, "Is that foundation? Do you have a bruise for the first time in your life?" And my man is shook because that's why I tell y'all, when y'all showed me that picture of Thanos and all them and Homelander who winning, I'm like, he getting beat by the first dude because the first person he fought that was half his strength, he panicked. He completely panicked. He's stronger than him and he panicked. And I'm like, oh, he not used to fighting. So you think he can fight Thanos? You are lost your mind. Which I might even make TikToks and be like, Monterey, just disprove all the things y'all say.
But, yeah. But I mean, that was I'm glad that we now know where Maeve is at. So
she's finna be she gonna be breeded. Apparently, she's gonna be breeded, Joe.
There was a lot of undertone there. He said, I always thought about us having a nest, if you will.
Yeah, he said, and she's like, he's like, I'm keeping you alive for a reason. And walked off. And like, yeah, he said, what did he say? I'm taking your eggs? I'm harvesting your eggs. And I'm like, oh.
This Joker here. No, he's past Joker. He's a rascal. This rascal here. He's at the Homelander is not in any mental capacity to have the powers that he got right now because nothing is making sense. Like, if y'all watch Diabolical, like Homelander actually did want to do the right thing at one point. Like he really did, but accidents kept happening where people died.
Okay. His mental is completely messed up. But like I said, he keeping Maeve alive to form a nest, which goes to the ending too, which is very interesting. Who else? We saw what's his name? Mind Controller. That is who they are looking for the whole time with Soldier Boy. He's off to kill all his foreign partners. Black Noir gives the scene based on cartoon version of everything that happened and why Soldier Boy wants to do what he wants to do to all of them. Also, why Black Noir is the main one Soldier Boy wants. So that's why he's in hiding. And we understand toward the end of the episode why Black Noir is spooked by Soldier Boy. He is terrified. And we find out why. We're about to go over in a minute. But basically what happened, Black Noir is seeing little bitty cartoon characters.
So this is the Friday Nights at Freddy's arc at this point.
Yeah, basically.
It's like a Chuck E. Cheese spot. and that's where Black Noir goes to talk to his friends.
Yeah. And they're like, we was there when you used the bathroom yourself in 7th grade. We're your friend. You must face Soldier Boy. And
it's like no friends at this point. Did y'all see what Soldier Boy did to Black Noir?
Yes.
So. Was there racist intent behind it? Because they showed the eagle, who is supposed to be Soldier Boy.
Oh, you talking about the first part? Yeah, I think he just bullied people.
Oh, okay.
We found out Soldier Boy is a pure bully. He was training with one of the other fighters, and he beat him to sleep. Black Noir came in as the Hulk. Not as a Hulk, as a little elephant dude.
A lamb, right?
A lamb, whatever. Something.
Yeah, he was like a lamb or sheep character. A sheep. A black sheep.
He come in like, hey, I try to connect for this show. What show was it?
Beverly Hills Cop, bro.
Yeah, he wanted to be on Beverly Hills Cop. Soldier Boy said he's not funny, so you don't have to be it. And he said, how dare you? And Soldier Boy beat the brakes off of him. And all you hear is women in the back, stop! You're hurting. So he has PTSD from that. And we find out a little later why he has even more PTSD. Because the scenes correlate now. They show Stan come up to Black Noir and said, hey, listen, we have a kid now that can fly and is stronger than Soldier Boy. We don't need him no more. So do you want to take the initiative to get rid of him and you be the leader? Black Noir is down. The whole team is down. They go into a fight. And it's pretty good fight. Mind control is there, as we find out later on. His power is to manipulate. So while we on mind control, we're going to go back in this story, but I got to explain mind control real quick. His power is he hears people's voices and sees what they see by looking at them in their eyes. So he sees Butcher. He put Butcher into this trance. We're gonna talk about this later on. But then he runs in the woods. He has traps and everything. Soldier Boy's about to end him. Yui teleports him away. And Soldier Boy is punching Yui, slapping Yui every time you get a chance to. I told you I'm gonna slap you if you don't do what I tell you. So Soldier Boy is of course a bully. And he like, you a soldier, you stay in line, which is his character. Very Americanized, ancient war type deal. If you ever know any family was in the war. And he teleports him away, tells him to save Butcher. We're gonna go over that story in a minute because it's gonna lead to the end. Soldier Boy he releases Butcher. Soldier Boy finds him. He tells Soldier Boy something. We'll get to that at the end because that's the big story part.
Huge.
Yes. Now back to the past. In the past, they fighting him. He uses mind control power on Soldier Boy. It doesn't completely stop him, but it slows him down enough to relive his past because that's mind control power. And they put a bag over his head. But this is after he busts a car open. The steam comes out the car. And he pounds Black Noir's head into the engine to half his brain falls out and his face is why it looks like that in the show. So it wasn't off the Russian war that he happened to him like the woman thought. It was because Soldier Boy put them hands on.
Soldier Boy whooped him.
Yeah, and his brain part of his brain came out while it happened. So now he can't speak. And he's mentally like deformed because half his brain came out and they stitched him up and he can't fully function. He only can do the basic stuff. He can't talk and none of that stuff. So he literally beat the brains off this dude. And when it happened, Black Noir said,
yeah.
He was like, because the little cartoon said, I'm going to show you something you forgot. And the reason you need to stand up to Soldier Boy. And that's what he showed him. And then at the end, after they beat the brakes off Black Noir, they trapped Soldier Boy, put the gas mask on. We found out the gas is some like death toxin that's so strong that it basically just puts him to sleep.
Yeah.
Like it's literally a death toxin that will kill anybody, but it just puts him to sleep because it shuts down his immune system. And that's how you stop him. So that's what Mother Milk and Frenchie trying to get right now. They're trying to find the stuff to put him to sleep. And they're trying to get Butcher back, which comes in the Butcher store. But before that, we're going to talk about something else to happen. Before we get to the Butcher store in the end. Starlight finds the papers in the office, in which we were talking about earlier about the reason I'm putting it in this order because it makes sense in this order. Starlight finds a paper that says you'll die after 3 or 5 doses for a regular human being if they take it. And she calls Butcher and tells him that. He's like, how many you take him? Just a couple. You take 3 to 5, you die.
They've been taking them all season. We're on episode 7.
True. And he said, we don't take it. He said, promise me you'll tell Yui that he could die if he keep taking this. He says, okay. Of course, he doesn't tell Yui.
Mind you, this is an episode where Huey's really big on the Butcher's family thing.
Yes, he's
Butcher's family. He's my best friend.
Yeah.
He saved me. Like, he's all about Butcher now.
Yeah, he's like, Butcher is my friend, family. He's the only person I got. Butcher has a dream, and while he's in that comatose state, which is what I said in this order, where his little brother, who commits suicide.
That's weird. Okay, that works too.
This ain't monetized, so you just.
Oh, okay.
He commits suicide, and essentially told Butcher that everybody you love dies because you selfish. And you was gonna die too because you're a selfish person. You're just like my dad and you're no different. But yet you pretend to be better than him, but you're not because you don't care. Butcher comes out of his dream. Yui, I gotta save you, Yui. I'm not like my dad. Panicking and all that. We see his dad beats him a lot. Beats him and his brother. Mostly beats him. But his brother couldn't take as much as he did. He tries to go shoot his dad, but get caught and goes to the police, leaving his brother alone, which is why it happened. But essentially what happened in the show is Butcher realizes what he does is wrong, and why we realize he's a bad guy, because he saw his little brother say those things, woke up and said, Yui is my best friend, I love Yui. Because he said it in his dream. Like, I love you, you my best friend. He the only dude for me. And he still didn't tell him that you'll die if you take this. And Mother's Milk said, Butcher ain't gonna tell them. Because they knew it. But after that scene of him waking up, I talked about how mind control died. And essentially, before he died, he told him something. He told Soldier Boy something. Soldier Boy walks off slowly. Butcher asked him, what does he say? He said, don't worry about it. And this comes to the big reveal of the whole show. The biggest reveal of the season. The shocking one.
Not looking good for the good guys.
Soldier Boy's in the house with you and things, formulating a plan to find the other people in his group, specifically Black Noir. And all of a sudden, we see Homelander at the end of the episode. He's talking on the phone to the CEO, say, take care of everything. You the spin doc, take care of this for me. And at the end of the day, let's be honest, they said Soldier Boy calling you. Homelander is shocked. He's like, what are you calling me for? I ain't scared of him. Put him on the line. Soldier Boy gets on the line.
He had to put that boy on speakerphone and put them hands behind that back.
He didn't even put him on the back. He put them hands on the table and talking to him. See, the only reason you got me because y'all ambushed me and y'all jumped me. And he said, see, I don't care about it. Soldier Boy tells Homelander, I don't care about all that. 1980. Homelander like, what? I'm trying to talk about us fighting. You trying to threaten me? He said, shut up. 1980. He told some old story about some condo he was in. Homelander like, what does this have to do with anything? He said, I nutted in a cup.
Okay.
And gave it to Volt. And a baby was born spring 1981. And he said, if they would have kept me out, because I know they didn't. Mind you, Mind Control, Black Noir, all knew this, by the way. He said, if they would have kept me out, I would have gave you the spotlight. Because what good father wouldn't?
Man.
And I said, oh.
Man, he pulled that Homelander's dreams. Look at, do you see what door that opens?
And Homelander stood shook at the end. That's why they the front of the cover of this thing. And I'm like, oh my God.
You see how big
Soldier Boy might gonna kill you and them after he get done killing all his friends. Because you think he gonna kill his son? Which pushed him in a horrible position, by the way.
Because he doesn't even care about being a star anymore. He's like, man, they've been shooting me in the back of my throat with AK-47s in Russia. I don't care. Like, but I think that he would have raised a good American boy, honestly. Like, Homelander has a lot of qualities of Soldier Boy already. I keep on calling him Soldier. I'm sorry, Dwayne Wade.
Hold up, Stormfront or Liberty.
DeAndre Way. Dre Way. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, Miss Liberty could fly, couldn't she?
Miss Liberty could fly.
What if Homelander been his mama?
Oh shit! Because this show is that deprived enough for that to have that could actually happen.
What if he been smashing his mama, dog? You remember he already said he done did it before, Joe.
Yeah. And
she was frozen, kidnapped for years, just like he was. So they needed a baby. The way she wanted to do Maeve, they could have did. By the way, didn't we find out that Liberty had a bunch of kids too, but through that method? Didn't they find out she had like children too? That were soups.
Maybe I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, we gotta look into it, but.
Let us know in the comments, honestly. Like, let us know in the comments if that's true or not, and then we'll go see if you just lying because you trolling.
I'm trying to remember season 1 and 2, but that was, I'm like, Huey and Butcher, y'all are in danger.
Yeah,
like the dude Homelander was scared of in your group. It's now to realize he's a father of the guy y'all want to kill, and you think he's gonna kill them? He will kill you,
bro. He just be smoking that ganja and just be chilling. Like, he's the most chill villain I've ever seen. He just be getting into stuff, but he does not care. So I 100% believe that he will be like, Homelander, you have it. But see that you see how that narrative is about to change? Because this thing happened with Starlight where she found out about him, and now he's got to come back and be like, "I'm sorry, I lied to y'all. Soldier Boy is here, and he's actually my dad."
Well, I wouldn't
That's
tell
gonna
her. I wouldn't tell anybody. I have a person on the inside, and since Black Noir left me, I'm like, you can kill him too.
so 100% not the Black Noir that we know in the comics.
Yeah, he got his brains beat out on like the floor, so that's 100% not a copy. But
So
this
we
does set up an interesting fact. So Soldier Boy is so he might turn off.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
He could though. Like you see his character, bro. You see how he slapped his girlfriend in the playback.
Man, I don't know, man. I gotta go back and watch this episode. And I think all y'all should maybe watch this episode again just to study to show thyself approved because this was a very good episode, man.
It's more character building than
oh man. See how good you could have been, Eternals. Y'all could have been good. Okay, y'all could have been good.
Just flesh out the story.
Just flesh it out, bruh.
That's how the comics explain for telling us the truth that none of these comic book shows can rival the first official modern comic book show, Heroes. Heroes was amazing, Joe. Did you watch Heroes?
On NBC on Monday. Absolutely, 9:00.
That's when you watch TV.
Yeah.
Silas was a dog, Joe. Silas, if y'all don't know, is the main villain, and he just he could like copy people's power and then kill them. He killed them to take their power, which is why he wanted the main character because her power was she's immortal. Because if y'all know at the end of the first season, if y'all ain't watch, well, in the first episode, the first thing that happens, she jumps off a thing and they, oh my god, and they videotape it, and she just stood up and everybody like, what's going on? I'm a superhero, and then the show starts officially. There's some OP people. By the way, people in Heroes could 100% kill people in this world. Silas could murder everybody in this world.
Did they finish that show with Justice?
They finished that show.
But I'm saying, did they finish it with Justice though? Like it was a fitting end, or was it disappointing? Because I didn't see the ending.
It was good. It wasn't the greatest, but compared to shows now, it's good. Because ending of shows now are terrible.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But back then, it was like terrible compared to the shows like The Wire that ended. Now you got Game of Thrones and shows like that that end terribly. They had a Starbucks bottle in the Middle Eastern. Y'all worried about black people. Guess who was actually there? Black people. Guess what was it? Starbucks. I can make a guarantee Starbucks was in the Middle Ages. And I guarantee black people was.
Yeah, somebody's got a frozen latte or iced coffee somewhere in Winterfell. It only makes it right. You have to have iced drinks.
No, I have never seen nobody put that least amount of effort into a final season in my life.
It was creative liberty, and I thought it was good.
Bro, they did not care. They were leaving stuff on the set. like y'all gonna edit that out? Nah, leave it in.
Bruh, it was like who the girl that played the dragon girl? Anyway, they had Princess Daenerys or Queen Daenerys. They're like, and action.
She spit out like they didn't have weed back then.
Jon Snow. It was like, did she just have a black and mild
back in
Winterfell before this big fight? Is she? Like they was doing the CGI scene. She was just on the dragon. But anyway, man.
Tokyo Ghoul season 3 was terrible.
Just give up on the season. Fuck them. I can't help it. That's why they had to keep Dragon Ball going, because they was like, yeah, Goku just fly off with a dragon. End of story.
The crazy part about that is they never even got to that part yet.
Yeah, just retcon.
They were like, oh, that is 5 years in the future. But this show is right now in the 3 years ahead.
It's like, why can't Pan be like the rest of other people that are Saiyans? Why is she an old woman? I don't understand. Okay, whatever. Anyway, there's your ending. What? Y'all didn't care at all.
But hopefully Gaki somehow says that Vegeta and Goku cannot die, so therefore when he goes with the dragon at the end of Z, it makes sense why everybody else is so old, and even Gohan and Goten old, but Goku like, I'm a god now. We don't age.
That's lazy.
Vegeta was a little older though, which confuses me because now he got Gaki. The ultra ego, like ultra ego, make you older. We talk about something that's not about him.
Anyway, man, hey, this was a good episode of The Boys. Episode 7.
Goku can beat Homelander for you Goku stands. He can't beat nobody else you talking about.
Man, in this show, man. You can find me at UniqoWilliams.com. Zelmay, what's up?
You can find me in the link tree below. Books, merch, podcast, everything. I'm sorry, my boy, we didn't come in with an intro this time because we was in the hair. We were late. Because I know.
Also, you can find Zelmay in quarantine.
I am quarantined in my room. That's why I'm not in my office. You see my camera, one of my cameras right there. You see all my sick stuff right there. All my hats that I wear randomly on the podcast right there. Well, right there.
Sun's still shining in Mississippi, it look like.
No, that's just a light just flying on thing. It's pitch black.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought this whole time, I was like, damn, I know I'm an hour ahead, but goddamn.
No, I got a giant. I actually use my like photography light because I'm in this room. Instead of using my big giant ring light, I had to use my photography light because that's in my office, my ring light. So lighting would never be a problem for me. I have gigantic photo light. You know them big old photo lights with the big old like light bulb? It's like that big around and it's like that long and you just twist it in and
Pause. Anyway,
hey, bro, listen, I watch P-Valley. Joe, you didn't respond to comments, bro. They be liking you.
Oh, thanks.
Y'all respond to your comments, bro. They love you.
Hey, who is that? What, a comment on this show?
They comment on the P-Valley when people don't really comment on this show.
Oh, God.
We like and comment, subscribe, all that.
We not comic historian.
They like, we like y'all talking about black shows. Tell me about Bel Air and P-Valley.
Give us your black ass insight into black ass shows, please.
Watch it. Like I probably just thought, man, I'm finna just go on BT Plus and we just gonna review shows.
Why haven't we done Sisters?
I'm saying we might as well just review old shows.
That's how I get on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show right there. I just got a
Girlfriend. I love Girlfriend.
We had to switch lanes. Fuck it. Whatever. Fuck superheroes.
We UPN, Joe. As Joe said, we UPN now. We
are TV1, dog.
Yo, it's crazy how these shows do better than our normal show, but they get like 50. But then all the P-Valley shows them get 100 in Bel Air. And I'm like, what? Joe, let's just talk about black gossip, Joe. That's why we need Have You Heard Back. Have You Heard Back, Joe.
And it's like my favorite show to do, honestly. I love gossip stuff, man. That's what I do, man. It's called Tea Talk, y'all. And I love it. That's what I do. We love talking about a little bit of entertainment. So
yeah, let's bring it back. Let's just do it. Let's just do a lot more Have You Heard. Just find some random gossip that people don't even know about. Lil Bow Wow was on Instagram and deleted his comments.
Now, what does that mean for the actor known for Air Bud too? No, like Mike.
We're playing basketball.
you just start doing all the like you did. Like that's the shade part right there. That's the art. And we're gonna get up out of here. But there's an art to gossip. Like you gotta throw shade. So like you don't say stuff like the I don't know, the Lil Bow Wow, whatever his good songs was. You just say his bad things. So the rapper known for like Mike has reportedly been found. You just gotta just throw shade.
What's always with black people? I just saw a comment on a girl about Charlie D'Amelio got passed by the black dude. They be like, former Amazon fired Amazon employee passes Charlie D'Amelio. I'm like, what?
That's how you get them. The rapper who was attacked in an elevator, was, and they just started talking about Jay-Z. It has nothing to do with that whatsoever. But man, I'll holler at y'all, man. It's a beautiful Friday night. Thank y'all for hanging out with us on Friday. But if y'all catch us over the weekend, that's what's up, man. Y'all be safe this weekend, man.
Tell us your thoughts too about the boys.
Yeah, man. Tell us about the boys, man. And I tell you what, man, the world is crazy, bro. The world is crazy. And July 4th don't make it no difference. You know how they do with them fireworks. They sound like gunshots. So like they say on Jerry Springer, take care of yourselves and each other. But man, y'all be careful this weekend. Don't go out if you don't need to now.
I like this aesthetic, Joe. This aesthetic looks nice. Like I'm educated. Look at all the books.
Looks like you play World of Warcraft all the time.
Them dictionary books. That's the encyclopedia. That's a book. That's my first published.
That doesn't make it. That's not helping your case as somebody
that's driven by Michael Jordan. What's this? Tools of Titans. a bunch of business books and a bunch of nerdy encyclopedias. And my mom made me read the encyclopedia when I was little, so that's why I know random information on that.
Your people did too. All right, man. We'll holler.
And remember, Benjamin Franklin wrote a book on how to do home abortion. Don't let the media lie to you.
Like and subscribe.
And tell us your comments on that thought. Because I know I just offended a lot of people who believe the forefathers were caring about your abortion. Because they didn't. They wrote a book on how to do it. So take your life back. We don't like you.